Hello, everyone. My name is Dio Morales, host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we are live from the Seattle System Open. This is the final chance to get that Coruscant invite, the Coruscant Invitational happening in October. Gold Squadron podcast will be there, streaming live. We have a couple of guys playing. I am not, sadly, but oops, it says expert handling on quick draw. It's fast typing, meant expertise. Go ahead and fix that. There it is. Before we go too far, just a couple of things. Today we are on a mobile internet connection. Those of you who are watching live, so if we have any issues, I'm going to work my hardest to get it back up. The Cascade Games actually did purchase internet for us to use. Unfortunately, the local firewall settings does not allow us to get to the OBS Twitch server. So this is the solution. So glad we have a backup, and a big thank you to the Twitch Prime and patrons who make all of it possible. It's the only way I'm going to be able to pay the phone bill. So if you could be so kind, if you are able, you can go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron to become a patron. We have an awesome 2.0 swag coming out here. We'll be talking more about that swag later. And then also becoming a Twitch Prime subscriber is easy. It's literally free. Literally free. So thank you so much to everybody who has done it. If you want to know how to become a Twitch Prime subscriber, you just connect from your Amazon account to Twitch. Super easy. We actually have a video on our YouTube channel. Just search how to become a Twitch Prime subscriber on the YouTube for Gold Squadron. All right. So looking at setup here, you got Shawn top left getting set up in a block formation, a 3x2. And Travis looking to set up most likely in in your typical castle here. You get you're at a 45-degree angle, and quick draw or the Inquisitor bumped up against them. Yep, that's Inquisitor getting set up at the flank. Well, not quite the flank, but at the center. And quick draw will go right next to your. All right, so it looks like we're not going to get, probably going to get the red stop out of the shuttle rather than the purposeful bump. Oops, the YouTube title says Columbus. Let's go ahead and fix that. Those are lies. Those are lies, Basement Shaman. Let's go ahead and fix that. So it looks like Shawn has dial set. Notice the timer has been going already. We've gotten 5 minutes already down. One thing about this tournament, because of the rules set forth by FFG, Wave 14 is not legal at this tournament. I honestly really wish it would be, because it would have made for some really interesting new games. But not yet. We will be bringing you, Gold Squadron that is, a bunch of Wave 14, streamed games from our local store championships. So Shawn coming out fast. Oops. Inspired by some of the locals here, but most notably Blair Bunky that plays a 7 Z95 Swarm. Shawn bringing 5 of them plus that Auto Blaster Y-Wing. But it also has some punch, has that Plasma Torpedo to get through those shields. Thank you to JPE Morgan for your Twitch Prime subscription. and also your kind words in the chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, so let's talk about strategy here. You notice there is a pretty nice open lane in the center of the board for Shawn to go into. Now, one thing that happens with these swarm type builds, and we're going to start seeing this in 2nd edition, is the change from a wall to a column. So he's 3x2 if you're looking at it from Travis's side of the board. If you can get somebody to turn in and then be at a 2x3 where the front of their formation is 2, and you can get the people, the ships in the back out of range, you can start popping off some of these ships with using range control. So that is something that's a tactic to fight against swarms. Now, if you become a swarm player in 2nd edition, one thing you're going to want to watch out for is you don't want to get spread into a column and not have those back ships have shots. So planning for that, barrel rolling out and trying to reset your wall. There's lots of different ways to do that, but I would suggest practicing avoiding the column, because top-notch players are going to be looking to get you in a column and have that back row of ships not shoot. Thank you to Warm Down for your Twitch Prime subscription. Those Twitch Prime subscriptions make a big difference. All right, so here's Shawn. Looks like he's preparing to turn his formation in. Okay, and it looks like he did stagger his guys, so he's most likely going to be able to create that 3x2 wall. So Shawn looks to be having three ship mini squadrons here. We might see him split those off. JD Nielsen, I have not found a way for people to check like how many days it is until their Twitch Prime subscription, which is unfortunate because that would be really good information to have. So we're going to get on our screen here. As you guys know, I really like doing polls during our streams. It makes it a lot of fun. It's an interactive way to just be a part of the cast here. So we're going to get that up here in a moment. So there is, who do you think has the advantage in this match? 1 for Shawn, 2 for Travis. Oh, Durandal, thank you for showing that. So go to your subscriptions on your Twitch profile, and it should show when benefits end. So Twitch chat, you can go ahead and set who you think has the advantage in this matchup. Oh, there's the number. Numbers are flying. Right now we're 50-50. Shawn's pulling it. Oh, no, back to 50-50. This is so fun. I love when people participate in these. It really makes it interactive. Love it. And it looks like when the dust settles on the poll, majority people swinging a little bit towards Travis, but Shawn is in it. Seems to be the consensus. So one thing I do need to do, I'm going to go walk over. I need to figure out which Z95 is which, and we're going to get some markers on those, okay? So I will be right back. Looks like Shawn is looking to play on his side of the board. Going fast there. What I'm going to do, I only have 4 markers. I'm going to make 2 of his ships blue. I'm going to go ahead and start getting those here on the actual ships. One, three, 4. 1, 3. Four, 2, 5. 1, 3, 4, 2. Almost have them all here, guys. 1, 3, 4. Dials are set. Let's go ahead and lock in that dice box. I did not get to test it today, so hopefully it's gonna behave. Actually, I think it's very easier just to keep that last one unmarked. Don't need it. All right. So there we go. We got those Z95s marked. You see, number 1 and number 2 are the ones with the thread tracers. I get off those. Get those target locks off. So it looks like Shawn, you know, he's has this really loose, kind of looks like a 9-box formation with the diagonal cutout. And he's planning on, all right, he's banking in. I was wondering if he might try to K-turn, but the issue there is I believe the Y-wing has a 4K and the Z95s have 3, so they don't quite work that way. But it does have the table edges open to it. Travis does have the disadvantage at final salvo if that was to be the case, if that comes up. Oops. Move the whole table. I suspect number 4 is going to be coming somewhere in this area. There's 3 bank. See, but even this, you know, when you get swarm players to start breaking up their formation, again, I don't know anything about Shawn. I don't know how often he's played this, but the more the swarm player doesn't have to move in a straight line, the more possibilities for mistakes there are. You start getting funky angles and maybe situations where the swarm player isn't entirely familiar. That goes to the advantage of the opposing player. So you're actually pointing in the direction of the swarm here. Looking to absorb a couple of those harpoons, hopefully. Get that temptation there. Probably expect the 2 hard here from Quick Draw. You got the Inquisitor setting up here on the flank. I really like that position, as you do have that debris in the way there. And it's going to be harder to get to. I'll be right back, guys. I didn't. I'm just streaming off my phone right now. Or did they? All right. Okay.
Let me work on. Sorry, Dio.
No, you're good, man. No worries. I know that you got a million things going on, man.
I'll work on it.
All right, so you got the Inquisitor set up in the flanking position. And we are back to dials. So looks like both Quick Draw and the Inquisitor are looking to try to catch him on the side here. You got the Z95's number 1 and 3 can definitely turn into Quick Draw if they want to. Though, really what you want to eat up with those missiles is there is no great choice here. You're going to be at range 3 most likely with the Inquisitor no matter what. And whatever you point at, you want to make sure you kill it. But if that, I think the Inquisitor honestly is the worst of the 2 in this case. If you can take out the Inquisitor early, I think it's probably the best. Quick Draw doesn't have auto thrusters. You can use some good blocking in order to try to get shots into the side of Quick Draw where retaliation shots aren't such a worry. Z95 number 4 should fit that 2 turn to start threatening. I think that Z95 number 1 might be hung out to dry here. Just curious to see what Shawn's priorities are here, because I think, you know, putting the missiles into the shuttle is something that Travis would be okay with, to be completely honest. One thing to remind you guys about, Yours ability could be in play this turn if Travis chooses to go over that debris on purpose. As long as Yours in range 1 to 2, he's allowed to absorb up to 3 stress tokens from his friendly ships. Merrick H, thank you so much for that fifth month in a row of Twitch Prime subscription. Makes a big difference, guys. Thank you so much. One thing that some Palp Ace players, especially with Quick Draw, are tempted to do is to purposely trigger that that ability to get a shot off early. I'm not a huge fan of doing that. Those those shields are a big resource, so we're always trying to conserve those as much as possible. Say that again?
They got someone.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks. So here comes Z95, number 1, turning around the debris. And it looks like we're going to be threatening both Quick Draw and the Inquisitor here. Got those focus tokens down there. So if people are not 100% familiar with how the thread tracers work, those are an attack focus missile card. And I'll go ahead and pull that up here just in case someone isn't familiar with that. They are there. So discard this card to perform this attack. Attack focus. If this attack hits, each friendly ship at range 1 to 2 of you may acquire a target lock on the defender. So one of those Z's with tracers tries to set up the target locks. Okay, here's the net that we're getting. You see we have a nice cone there formed by Shawn. Honestly, threatening Quick Draw more than the Inquisitor here. Just looking at positioning. And this C-95 will bump, but it needs to get as close as possible to hopefully get its missile off. And with those thread tracers, he'll at least have, you know, the target lock and guidance chip modifier. Here's a shuttle coming in for a shot. No threat there, as looks like you have 1 out of range arc and 2 of them that are pointed the opposite way. Just going to basically be getting some free damage here. Here comes the Inquisitor. He 1 banks. I don't love this move. I know that you have auto thrusters. I know that you can get focus evade, but I mean, it's a lot of arcs. Oh, so nice net here set up by Shawn. We'll see if Travis can navigate this. So we're getting the barrel roll, so no token stack here. That gets him out of number 4's arc and the Y-Wings arc. He might be out of range of number 3. I think you have to evade. I think boosting just brings you, it keeps you in number 1's arc. All right, target lock, set up the evade here on number 1. See if you can PS kill that one. And here comes Quick Draw to bank. And we'll see a focus fire on number 1. That gets rid of one of the thread tracers if he can PS kill it. Give me 1 second, guys. Just want to make sure that the dice box is set up. All right, there he goes. First shot. Nothing. Sets up that fire control system lock on number 1. Hitting 2 focuses. Spinning the target lock. They've agreed that out the box means just re-rolling it. 2 hits and a crit. And if he'll have to spend that focus, which means the tracer would not go off here. Otherwise, he's going to take hit, hit, crit. This is on number 1. He's going to choose to spend it. Only takes 2 shields there on number 1. And it looks like he's just trying to get rid of modifiers now. Not sure which ones he's shooting. So 2 focus. 2 eyeballs. 1 hit gets through. And that Z95's taken off the table. Didn't he only take 1 last time? I didn't see him dealing any damage cards. Well, maybe we got that wrong. Only 1 thread tracer out there now. So by killing that Z95, you dodge a missile there. You get thread tracers from number 2. Getting spent here. All right, that'll be chips for 3 hits. I'll go adjust the focus here on the dice cam. During the break, we're palping and evade, it looks like. And it still hits. So that's going to hand out that target lock party. And everybody gets a piece of candy on quick draw. Number 4. Looks like they determined that it is out for a shot. Ooh. Harpoon missile. Number 3. Gonna spend the target lock. And that's gonna be 4 hits from number 3. And we get the defense on quick draw. 3 dice with lightweight frame. It is unobstructed. 2 + 1 or 3 at the same time. That doesn't really make a difference as Palpatine is spent. It looks like we got 1 evade there, so he's going to take 3 shields. Getting rid of all 3 of those shields makes a big difference. He does get his retaliation shot. Maybe he can strip a modifier from one of these other Z95s. Decisions. Having all 3 of those shields down definitely makes a big difference for Travis. You, as a quick draw player, you want to try to only lose 1 shield at a time and get all 3 of those shots off. So he's checking all his options here when it comes to obstructions and things. He's just trying to get the best bang for his buck. His target lock from fire control system is gone as the target he was shooting is dead. And this is also going to set up a future fire control system lock, which he can, he has to figure out what he can shoot next turn to make it most beneficial. So they're calling a judge, I think, for an obstruction check. So should be here any minute now. Looks like we have somebody walking over now. It's a noisy hall. Trying to determine whether or not that is obstructed. So we're just waiting here on the judge call. And we'll know by how many dice are rolled. 2 hits with expertise. Sets up the fire control. Looks like to be on the Y-wing, range 3 through a rock. Here's the plasma torpedo coming from the Y-wing. Ooh. He's got guidance chips. So, hit, crit. Quick Draw does still have a focus token. Math says that he probably still takes at least 1. And that's going to be the case. Oh, lightweight frame, he's got it. That obstruction making a big difference there. So if that was unobstructed, that would have been a more damage quick draw. Harpoon missile coming from number 5. 4 dice. And guidance chips for 2 hits and a crit. This is obstructed, so no focus this time. So we got 1 squiggle there. That is a dead quick draw. Quick Draw's taken off the board there. First turn of engagement. Now the question is, did Shawn spend too much to kill only 1 ship in Travis's list? Even the Inquisitor by himself can consistently just evade 2 dice shots. No problem. Here comes number 4. Number 4 still has a missile out there, but no target lock anywhere. So this is going to be a primary on the shuttle. 2 hits. Can't ask for anything better than that. 1 evade. It's going to take a shield on your. And that brings us to the end of the first combat phase. So I'm going to go over and work on adjusting the dice camera a little bit. But both players have a ton of work left to do. I'll be right back. All right, so we should be up and running now. This dice should look a little bit better. All right, so Z95 squeaks in there, 3K, trying to catch the shuttle. Expecting the shuttle to go fast here. And I understand why Shawn's making this decision. While Palpatine is alive, it's going to be extremely difficult to lock down the Inquisitor. With these 2 hits, even 3 hits at range 1, if Shawn can, if Travis can consistently only have 1 arc available with the Z95s, with that extra Palpatine backup, it's really easy to just avoid those 2 3-dice shots. So just fully committing to the shuttle with all the ships. No damage on the first one, no damage on the second one. That's number 2, this is number 3, that's number 4. Shuttle is 1 bank in. This likely gets him in only 3 arcs. Now it looks like that top right edge actually might get him into Z95 number 3's arc. Inquisitor doing 3 forward, so Inquisitor has officially hit the flank. He's on the backside. Thank you to Slaxer for your Twitch Prime subscription. Awesome. And we're getting the boost in to have an arc. Looks like most likely the Inquisitor's not getting shot by anybody. Maybe number 3 has an arc on him, but honestly, you're going to... I mean, he's committed so hard to the shuttle. There's no reason to do that. So we got a target lock out there. On to... That would be number 5. And here's that shot. Range 1, 3 dice. 1 hit, 2 focus. And there's our 2 hits. 2 blanks. That's going to be 2 shields off of Z95 number 5. Hit, crit. Range 1 into the same target. And that Z is going to be taken off the table here. He's still got 4. Looks like he... Yeah, number 5 just hasn't taken it off the table yet. There it is. And we know that number 1 is gone too, right? So forgot to click that one off. So we got 3 of those Z95s left on the Y-Wing. We most likely get the 4K out of the Y-Wing next turn to try to get behind the shuttle. That one is not mine. So I'm going to tape mine here after this round finishes. I'm going to get this line covered up, but that one's not mine. No, I would talk to the gentlemen who are running that stream. This is mine. This is my personal tape. Yeah. This. The 4K I think will fit. He's at an angle. 1 base, 2 base, 3. Yeah, it's close. He's got 32 minutes left in the round. Sorry, I have a couple people talking to me. Shields are down here on the Lambda shuttle. And must have taken a crit. There's a oh yeah, sorry, yeah, you're right. PTL from the Inquisitor. Okay, just shields down. There's no cards on there. All right, I'm back in. So we're here. We are in the activation phase. The Z95s have some work to do for sure. I think in order to... The shuttle most likely can't get over this formation. I don't know if he should try. Like self-bumping doesn't super help. It keeps him in the same spot. The Y-wing Ks. The Z95 number 4 probably doesn't have anywhere to go. With the 2-turn away. Alright, so it looks like the Y-wing does a self-bump, no motion. There's a 2-turn away from the number 4. Little self-bump action here. Just making sure to keep that net as wide as possible. He wants to try to take out this Palpatine ASAP. And we get the 1 forward from the other Zed. And there's no contact there, no bump, so it will get a modifier. It will be at range 1, most likely a focus. We didn't see Shawn drop that down, so... It may have been double stressed. Looks like there's a stress token there, so it might be double stressed. Might have been double stressed. So the Inquisitor just moving on forward. He called the 2 hard from number 4, so that's the prey now. Moving that PTL stress to your. Keeping that dial open. And here will be range 1 shot into Z95 number 4. 4 eyeballs. He has a target lock out there. Oh, he has a focus. Didn't spend it. He's going to use a target lock. I mean, with Palpatine evade, I don't see why not taking... Well, it worked out. There's 3 hits. Oh, he rolled too many dice. That was a problem. All right. Takes 1 on number 4. Two hits from first Z95. And that was from the Auto Blaster turret, so 2 shields are gone. This is the oh. Travis is bad at rolling in the box. Blank there. So that should be 2 more cards into. Here it is. Okay. 2 shields down on the Inquisitor. Z95 might just have that corner. He does. Just 1 crit. Palpatine hasn't been used yet. Well, there's an evade. So I don't see that token down. So he may have been saving that pop for the situation for number 3 if he got a good roll into the Inquisitor. All right, so we're waiting. You know, looking at available moves here, keeping that Y-wing close, it's a great threat against the Inquisitor. Now, Travis should not want to turn in here because if he ends up buying that Y-wing again, that auto blaster, that's just scary. We might see a 1 bank barrel roll that should get him out of the auto blaster range. But the problem, you got those Z's there. I'm not. I think the Inquisitor has to bail here. We'll see what happens. All dials are down. Just want to make sure we lock in final decisions, and here we go. 2 turn away. If this was 2nd edition, Shawn might be considering one of those red barrel rolls right there to try to block the Inquisitor. It looks like we're turning away with the Y-wing, just covering more ground. Because if Shawn can get the Inquisitor down, then this game really swings in Shawn's favor. So we have a no-go zone there for the Inquisitor. Not too hard. I love this box that Shawn's made. But I think even if you bump, if Travis bumps with like a 1 hard or something like that, it's going to be, it might still just be out of range 1. We'll find out. That auto blaster is a great weapon in this situation. And this will be a bump. So just looking at the positioning of that shuttle, I think, yep, he's blocked. I would, this matters a lot. So I think that auto blaster might just, oh, it's so close. So Travis will have a range 1 shot onto number 4. Has a target lock out there. 1 hit, 1 crit. Spends it. Takes a shield, I think, on number 4. Yep. Auto Blaster. Oh. Auto Blaster looks to be just out of range. Here comes range. Range 1 from number 3. Another shuttle damage there. All right, so looking at wind conditions here, if that Auto Blaster had been in range, that could have been a big swing for Shawn. And that's something that Travis is going to have to pay attention to. Where is that Y-Wing at? He didn't get any damage on the Inquisitor that turn. And those two hull can be hard to get off. The shuttle might get a shot on number 4 next turn, depending on the direction it goes. You want to try to keep that gun engaged as much as possible while taking away shots from other players. You know, I see how much space one of these large bases take up, and I wonder if one thing I plan on doing for Store Championship season is running 5 U-Wings, because it's possible now with Saws Renegades. I own 3, and I'll be able to borrow a couple, and it'll get done. That should be fun. So we got the 2 hard here from the Z95. Just continuing to try to pound into the shuttle. Relieves the stress there. Just taking up space. Travis is probably looking to purposely bump into the Y-Wing here if possible to take away the Auto Blaster, because Auto Blaster is not range 0, only in range 1. Got to get used to this new vernacular. 2nd edition, start practicing now. It will be interesting to see in 2nd edition these shuttles, if they choose to run away with that rear arc they're going to be having. And it looks like Shawn tried the 3K, but that is not going to fit. I don't think it's going to fit. It'll be close. So they're going to try. And the shuttle is obstructing our view here. And it looks like the K turn may have fit. It sure does. So really taking up a bunch of space here. I do not know where I mean, right now the Inquisitor's dial is quite open. So it's going to be another bump there. We'll have a shot on number 4. Number 3's over here. I've lost track. I think that's right. And the Inquisitor has successfully left the threat of the Auto Blaster range. All right. Just doing a couple adjustments here to the dice box. Phantom Nerf here in the chat says, I can't wait for X-Wing 3.0 where all ships are holographic and movement is automated. Now, there is something awesome and tactile about moving the ships yourself. All right, here's your range 1 into Z95 number 4. Palping a crit, getting aggressive. So that'll be hit, crit, crit into number 4. Number 4 only has 2 shields. Nice. Gets 2 evades. So just hopefully not a double damage. Looks to be a stunned pilot, possibly. Gets to save that. Range 1, 3 dice, has a focus. 2 hits. Evade, takes 2 more. The shuttle is down. Shuttle's off the table. Shawn has an Auto Blaster Y-Wing and... Oops, I had those numbers switched around. And 3 Z95s left to try to do the job. Shawn is up on points, with Travis only having 29 in the bank right now. It pretty much puts Shawn in the driver's seat. He does not have to be hyper-aggressive. He just consistently has to keep his arcs pointed in the area in which the Inquisitor can get to. And, I mean, it's pretty much Shawn's game right now. It is absolutely Shawn's game. Now, looking at, health-wise, you got Z95 2 and 3 are full. Number 4 is has only 1 hull. You're probably going to want to protect that one if you can. Start to slow roll. Number 2 is a little bit out of position. He's going to have to K-turn. Number 3 can't fit a K-turn. So in these couple turns, while Shawn gets, I don't know what's the word, just kind of settled here and try to decide how to regroup. That's the word I was looking for. As he gets regrouped, this might be an opportunity for Travis to start picking off a couple ships. Y-Wing still has 1 plasma torpedo left in the bank because it does have extra munitions. I actually hit the wrong one there, so cross off extra. All right, so looks like we're keeping that Z95 on the Inquisitor's tail. While I understand the desire to stay aggressive, the Inquisitor can honestly just kind of one hard and just pop off that number 4 there. Number 4 still does have a harpoon live, so it is still a threat. You know, with so many ships on the board, it's always interesting to see players and their mental awareness, because it gets tough with so many ships on the board to know, to keep in your mind, you know, who has what left. Oh, geez, what is happening right now? Oh. So Inquisitor disengaging. I think that's a smart move. But with 11 minutes left, does he have enough time to now re-engage and kill, you know, 2 more Z95, 2, 3. He has to kill, he's got to kill 3 ships in order to be ahead. The Inquisitor is only worth 31 points in this build. So if the Y-Wing plus one of these Z95s are alive, he's going to be ahead. Z95 number 4 is worth 16 points. So yeah, it has to be the Y and a Z, or all 3 of these Z's still left alive. Travis giving Shawn these extra turn to get his formation back might come back to bite him. Shawn's going to have to be very cognizant here to try to... Guess getting number 2 to cover the flank. He's going to have two mini squadrons. Okay, I can see that. Still slow rolling here with number 4. I think that's the right choice. Reach for the target lock. The time is 9. Notice that the Y-Wing does have a target lock out there too. He's covering number 4, who... So Travis, ideally, if they get in a combat situation, will try to PS kill number 4 while having the Y-Wing just out of range 3. Travis putting himself kind of at a 45-degree angle here. You can go left or right. Shawn's just going to keep pressing, most likely. Go ahead and fix these numbers. Gotten all wonky here. Number 1, 4, number 2, number 3. We'll probably see number 2 and 3 come in a little bit faster than 4 in the Y-Wing. Just one forward to victory here. And that's the smart move here by Shawn. Just trying to stay back and make sure that you have a formation / ability to create a kill box available. We might nick that debris in the back. Looks like he does. So that's a stress. Don't forget that stress token. And with all 1s and 2s, green most likely ends up getting quote-unquote cleared. There it is. All right. Okay, number 3 a little farther out than I'd like. Next turn, I don't... So there it is. Travis successfully doing what I talked about earlier, is having only number 4 at range. I would have liked to see him leapfrog with a Y-wing and leave there. All right, that's a range 3 shot. He does have focus. Well, range 1 because the Inquisitor's ability. Target lock, spends the focus. 2 hits. Z does have a focus. Natty's out of that. Z95 with harpoon, target lock focus up here. This is his chance to dig in some damage into the Inquisitor. Inquisitor only has 3 dice. With target lock focus chips, you almost always get 4. Evade. He's going to take a crit. And the harpoon condition. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take that hull off the Inquisitor. Not sure what the crit was. I'm going to go face down. So it was a major explosion. That was missed. No big deal. Corrected and continued. So Shawn still going slow with that Y-wing. Threatening the missile. That's going to clear the stress that's out there. Three bank. I'm going to have to tape down that table. It's moving all over the place. And it looks like it does bump. 4 straight. Got all the arcs there. Inquisitor versus the world. It doesn't bump. I think he was maybe hoping then that Z95 might leapfrog. I don't know if the Inquisitor can get out of the Auto Blaster range. He has number 2 in the way. His barrel roll back and maybe barrel roll back and boost, but he's still going to be in 3 arcs. I think that might be it. He's got to try though. There's the barrel roll that gets him out of range 1, but now he's going to be taking a plasma torpedo to the face. Target locks number 2. Gets an evade. And looking for natties now. Plasma Torpedo will be live here. Shawn should have a focus on there. Looks like it's popped next to the Z. Y-Wing is not stressed. One crit. Target lock. One hit, one crit. And can choose to spend the focus. Number 2 hasn't taken any damage, so takes a shield. Good trade. He did shoot a plasma earlier, but he had extra munitions, so he still has one in the tank. There it is. Four dice with focus chips. Guidance chips does it. 4 hits. He's got to roll 3 here. That's going to be it. Congratulations to Shawn for winning that game. Well played by both players. Shawn showing that the Swarm archetype still strong here at the end of first edition. Thank you to both of our players for playing. And, of course, thank you to our sponsor for this weekend, Curled Paw Creatives. If you haven't seen all of the awesome tokens and second edition templates, we're going to be showing those off a little bit later. But most importantly, thank you so much to our Patreon and Twitch Prime subscribers. You guys are the only reason we can actually travel all around the United States. And soon we're actually going to be, I'm going to be scheduling an event overseas. I'm excited about that one. Working out a schedule to figure out exactly which one it is once we get some more announcements here. But we've been bringing you every system open in the United States this season. So thank you to every single player who's played. And we'll be back here for round 2 of the Seattle System Open.